everybody, and welcome to Bardshot. I'm Luke, your humble bard, and tonight I bring you the second episode of our Duet series, our new show where we come to explore the incredible two-player games that are out there. Tonight we are showcasing The Time We Have, an apocalyptic tale about siblings, connection, and the moments we cling to when everything else is falling apart. The story is about two siblings, one survivor and one infected, and together we'll be witnessing the final days of the infected sibling's life. The game's traditionally played with players sitting on opposite sides of the door, never quite being able to reach each other. But I wanted to show off our incredible guests so that we can see each other on camera. But you may see during play that we're not quite looking at each other just to keep in the moment of the game and the spirit of the game. But joining us today is Tay. Tay, welcome to the show.
Hello, thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited.
I'm so excited. for viewers' benefit, we've been messaging back and forth for a week on these characters, so we're very excited to jump into it and actually get to play it.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm so pumped. I've literally just been thinking about this for the entire week. Like,
I know,
I'm ready.
Honestly,
what is the time?
Yeah, can we play now? No.
Yeah.
Speaking of playing, the game is primarily a conversation between our two characters, guided by a shared deck of playing cards. Each of us has shuffled or will shuffle our deck. When we draw a card, it gives us a prompt of a question to ask in that moment. Along the way, there are also some special cards, which we will touch on in a minute, but they may pull us briefly outside of a proper dialogue, just with moments like ending the day and other bits and pieces. In the traditional game, if you're playing it in person and you get a chance to, these cards would be passed. There are some cards that would be passed under the door to each other. For the sake of our viewers and listeners, we will be reading them out as we go. So if I draw one that should be passed, I will just read out what the prompt is so you can respond to it however you wish. But if you're ready, I shouldn't really ask if you're ready because I know you're ready.
Yeah.
Let's get going then. Okay. So, generally when you play, there is a setup guide, a couple of guides for the infected brother and the survivor. It is based around brothers. We are making it siblings in general for this, but you will go back and forth reading the rules out. We've gone the basics of the rules, but so we're going to start with slightly later on when we discuss what characters we are and move on to that. So, Tay, I think it's over to you.
Okay. This is a game about siblings. I am the survivor.
This is a game about siblings. I'm the infected, and in 6 days I'll be gone.
We will now shuffle our cards and put them in a face-down deck in front of us.
Okay. I will do the same, with the exception of the Ace of Spades. I will place this card randomly in the bottom half of my pile. I will pass this to you when the game ends, or I will read it out loud to you when the game ends.
We will take turns, beginning with the survivor, drawing cards and responding to the corresponding prompts. Most cards are questions, which are asked to the other player. When you ask a question, I respond. When I ask a question, you respond.
Some card prompts will say pass under the door at the top. These cards would be slid under the door, read silently, and responded to by the reader. Each represents a sound, smell, or other sensation. When you slide a card under the door, I read it and respond, and vice versa. Again, for the purpose of this, we will read them out ourselves when they come up.
When responding to prompts, we can ask follow-up questions and speak both in and out of character. We might establish truths about each other's characters, our relationship, and the world around us. We will let the conversation flow until a natural pause, then draw a new card.
Okay. I have a special type of card prompt, the infection prompt. The infection prompt are 5 of the cards within my deck, the 9, 10, Jack, Queen, and King of Spades. These tell me how my infection is progressing and signal the end of one of the 6 days. I will let you know the day is over, and we will silently pause play for a moment.
At any point throughout play, either of us can use the rules from the safety guide to pause, adjust, or end play.
If we open the door at any point during play, the game is over. Then I have a secret prompt, which I will read out for the purpose of the audience, which is I am to find a sheet of paper or a scrap of paper and write a goodbye note to my sibling, which I can do at any point during the play. I will hold on to it and pass it under the door along with the final card when that moment comes. It does also say, which is slightly heartbreaking, if you can't find a sheet of paper, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
that
was
was
like,
so.
oh God.
I was reading that and I was like, oh, they're not fucking around here.
Honestly.
With that, we begin with my first question. Why did you wait to tell me?
I didn't want to ruin this moment. I know we haven't spoken in some time. I also didn't want you to think that I just came back because I was infected. I thought it was the better thing to do. I thought I could at least have time and maybe just slip away before you'd find out, which I know is shitty.
You thought you would leave before?
I didn't know what to do. I don't want to leave. I don't want to do that to you again. I didn't want you to have to see this.
I can't figure out which is worse, honestly. Thinking that you might leave before I even knew, or the idea that you would want to be anywhere else while this is happening to you.
It's not that I want to be anywhere else. I've already taken so much from you. I don't want to have to force you to. I don't want to have to force you to watch me die. Or hear me die, I guess.
I don't think she says anything to that.
Fair enough. Okay. Who do you wish was here with us?
Who else would there be?
Wow.
It's been us for so long, I don't even... Who else would there be?
Yeah. I don't even know if Dad's still alive out there somewhere or not. I doubt it.
I couldn't care less.
Well, yeah, there is that. I kind of wish Mum was here though. Maybe not. Maybe it was better she went when she did, but I don't know.
I don't think she could take this.
I'm surprised that we can.
Who says we can?
That's true. True.
You were once there for me at my lowest. What small thing did you do that made all the difference?
Do you remember when you left? Well, when you had to leave nursing school, I guess. When the world kind of fell apart, right? I was still so proud of you for what you did and for going for it. I felt so guilty that you had to leave, though. I mean, it's not my fault the world went to shit, I guess. But I remember making you that fake certificate. It wasn't my best work, I'll say that for certain, but
I still have it.
I'm surprised that's held up during this.
Yeah. I mean, it was... I packed it up in a box of stuff that you left when you left. And it's sitting in the bottom of my closet, so it's there. I haven't pulled it out in a while.
Maybe you should put it up in your office. Well, whatever constitutes an office in this place.
Yeah, maybe.
What is the nicest part of the apocalypse?
It's more communal than I expected, at least here. I don't know how it is anywhere else, but this place, our building, we take care of each other in a way that I didn't expect. And you need that.
Yeah.
You need people around you. It's easier to deal with everything when there are people who are there to hold you up, I guess.
Yeah, I think I've seen some bits around. Some places are like this, communal, people wanting to help each other. There's a lot of places that still aren't there, and a lot of people that are still up to no good, I guess, but I mean, that was still happening in the world before all this went down, right? So don't expect everything to change overnight.
I mean, the worst kind of people tend to take advantage of situations like this, but...
Yeah, they do.
Anyone with a soul just tries to make the places that they're touching a little bit nicer.
Leave places better when you found them, right?
That's what Mom always said.
Yeah, she did.
Where did we always say we would end up?
Somewhere like this, I think. I mean, in terms of the apocalypse, at least. If that's what we're calling it, but someone that felt like family. Well, we could have a family. Not there's anything wrong with it being just us, I don't mean it that way, but where we could take care of people. I mean, you found it, I just didn't see it really at the time. I mean, I barely remember what my dreams even were before the apocalypse now.
Yeah, I don't know if, I mean, I think I always had these, like, grand designs of finishing school and getting us somewhere, like, properly safe.
Yeah.
Whatever that meant to me at the time. But you're right. It was kind of this. Just like a place where we felt like people knew us and would take care of us in the same way that we would take care of them, I guess.
Yeah. It's amazing that you can still find hope in this situation, right?
Less so these days, but...
We made a plan in case this ever happened. Will we see it through?
I don't think so, because I don't think I ever assumed it would be you. I think all of the contingency planning was around what would happen if I got it. At least in my head. I was never worried about you because I don't know. I think I needed it to not be you. I could plan for me.
Yeah. That is astounding, really, isn't it? I mean, I didn't even. I think maybe naively, I just thought we'd both be fine. Just silly, really, but I think we've survived so much together. I just thought that we could survive anything.
What are you holding on to from home?
Before we left Dad, if not even you can really call it leaving him, I guess, but before we officially left, I managed to sneak and take Mum's old wedding ring. I've kept it with me the whole time, just in case. I don't know. Not in case I got married, but just to have something close, something of hers. We had to leave so much behind.
You never told me that.
I thought you'd tell me off for stealing, first and foremost, but
Stealing from Dad?
well, yeah, maybe you could have high five instead. I think I was being selfish too. I wanted it, I didn't want to have to share it. I knew you'd have let me have it anyway, but I wanted something secret that was just mine, I guess.
I get that. You still have it?
Yeah. Always. Okay. It's the end of our first day.
Okay.
I won't say exactly what this one says, because it says it gives you prompts when you play, but the infection is zapping my energy at this point, so you would hear me go off tired and probably end up asleep against the door.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. We had a pet that was just the worst. Why do you blame me for its death?
I don't know, when I was a kid, I didn't want to lose anything else, I guess.
Okay.
So this is when I would normally pass into the door, which is, you hear me laughing to myself.
What's funny?
I was just thinking about that cat. Sorry, my brain's a little foggy and just tired, but really was.
Do you need anything?
I don't think so. I've got some water and stuff still. I'm not really hungry right now. Thank you though.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so this is a card I would normally pass under the door.
Okay.
You hear me holding back tears. I would imagine that's a sound you're used to.
Yeah. Leia, are you okay?
Yeah, why wouldn't I be? I mean, there are lots of reasons why I wouldn't be, I guess, but yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
I'm always sure.
I know. I know. What argument have we had repeatedly since the end?
I think, as dark as it kind of is, I think I have floated the idea of coming in to like try to take care of you in a more direct way. And not really caring about what the consequences of that would be. I think that's the thing that is probably sticky for you.
Yeah, I'd probably say to the point I've probably barricaded the handle to some extent, at least most mornings, to stop you just coming in.
Yeah, you're sleeping more now, so I feel like there's an aspect of like me. There was maybe like the first or second like day after you told me.
Yeah.
There were a couple of times where I tried to just come in and you caught it before.
Yeah.
What does it feel like?
Not great. It felt fine at the start. I didn't feel that different. Just started to feel a little bit more tired here and there and stuff. But since it's got in my lungs, feels like something's growing inside of them. Which I suppose it is. So maybe a bit too on the nose, but just feels tight in my chest. I only really take shallow breaths. And I just feel it's a little bit like I've got the flu, but like 100 times worse.
I remember maybe a year or two after we left, you had, it was just some sort of cold. It wasn't even the flu or strep or anything that could be helped or addressed. It was just a really, really bad cold. And I was so scared that there was something that I was missing. Because there was nothing I could do to make you feel better. You just cried. When I could finally get you to sleep, I cried. And it was just like, I think that is maybe when I decided I wanted to be a nurse. I hated feeling so incredibly powerless to help you.
Yeah. It didn't take much to put the parallels of you spending your time looking after me and wanting to keep looking after other people. I didn't realize that was the exact moment, though. You're welcome, I guess, for inspiring your career choice.
Yeah, thanks. I would gladly give half of a nursing degree back if it meant that you were not screaming the way you were screaming that night.
Yeah, I can. I've already been good with colds. Caretaker's in high demand though at the moment. There's plenty of places looking out there for people with medical knowledge. I know you've got the people here too, but if you find somewhere else, well, I suppose it's not medical school and stuff, but you could finish stuff off. You could do more with it.
I'm not going anywhere after this.
That's fair enough. You got people here. And it's dangerous out there.
Yeah.
There's something you haven't told me about yourself. How did I figure it out?
I don't think it was difficult to figure out. I think maybe a year before we left Dad, I tried really hard to hide from you how much worse it was for me. He was drinking all the time and barely there, and when he was there, so I don't think it was difficult to figure out.
Yeah, I think at the start I didn't, being quite young still really, and probably being still quite self-centered, but as I grew up and kind of understood stuff a little bit more, I think, particularly the last few years, like, I realised how much of your childhood got taken away, how much you had to do to look after me and protect me from him, and his erratic behaviour and stuff, and yeah, I think I felt a massive amount of guilt for it for quite a few years now.
It's the main reason I didn't want you to know.
Yeah, I'm smarter than I look, I guess.
You've always been smarter than you looked.
I don't know if to say that as a compliment or an insult, to be honest, but yeah. Wow. He wouldn't have made it 5 minutes in this, so you know.
Huh. Yeah. I remember a fight we had. Why were you right?
I think the big argument that we had before I left is always going to be on both of our minds, no matter what. I think there's an element that I was right. I think there's some bits that are staying in one place, kind of hoping for the best, isn't a survival tactic. It's a... There's... Supplies will dwindle, people will come. There is an element of staying on the move, or that is smarter to do, though harder with more people, which I think is probably where I was wrong in that, because I was really meaning that we leave everybody behind and it's just us. So I guess we were both right in reality, but this place won't stand forever.
Maybe not. Stood for a pretty long time, though.
Yeah, surprising amount of time, really. There are bad people out there. I've seen them. Just because they haven't come yet doesn't mean they won't come at all.
Maybe.
You hear my breathing grow heavier.
Hey.
Hey.
I got you anything, is there?
A new set of lungs would be quite nice. I don't think they do lung transplants in the apocalypse, though, right?
You know, they do, but I just ran out of my fresh lungs.
I'm sure we can go co-op with one of the others. I'm sure they won't mind. It's for a good cause, right?
The day everything went bad, a happy event brought us together. Why was this the first time we had seen each other in a while?
I mean, I'd left. I don't know why it took me so long to come back. I knew, like, probably moments after I left that I shouldn't, and then every day since. And I just thought it would get better, or I would find somewhere, or thought I'd be able to look after us. Get you back somehow. But didn't quite work out.
I never needed that from you.
I know, I wanted to give you it. You looked after me my entire life. Someone needs to take care of you too.
We're well past that.
Hey, you never know. Stranger things have happened.
people out there, other people too. They may even find this place, you may even take them in. There may be other people that come and you find and you bond with or date in the apocalypse. I don't know if that's a thing, but there's a chance you could find somebody. If you want that, I mean, you don't have to want that.
I'll be honest, I don't really see. I can't really picture what an after this looks like.
What after I'm gone?
Yeah.
Yeah. Never been one to be religious or believe in an afterlife as such, but I don't know if there's anything beyond this.
Is it bad to say I hope not?
No, I kind of hope not as well.
I think rest would be nice.
Yeah, rest would be really nice. Okay. So this will signal the end of the day, but before we get to it, have you got food out there?
Yeah.
I'm really hungry. Can you open the door? I need you to open the door.
I can't.
Please. I know you shouldn't. I know it doesn't make sense. Oh, fuck.
I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I think she puts her hand on the door.
I think she would just continually sort of hear him asking for a bit until the sort of tiredness creeps in and he falls asleep against the door.
When she hears him fall asleep, she will briefly leave, go into her own room,
Yeah.
and cry as silently as humanly possible. She'll give herself 3 minutes and then go back to his store. We used to go on trips as a family to somewhere beautiful. Why did we always end up fighting? This would have had to be so long ago.
I know. Yeah, I'd have been like, what? 5 or 6 years old.
Well, I think the honest answer is I was a bit of a brat. I would always play up to get attention because, you know, mum's perfect little boy, right?
Yeah.
And you were my big sister, so it was my job to terrorize you.
Huh. You were working overtime.
I'm nothing if not an overachiever. I wonder where I get that from.
Ah.
Who'd have thought we'd end up here? You'd have thought any of this would have happened.
I mean, world-ending apocalypse was not on my bingo card now.
No, to be honest, I remember speaking about zombie apocalypses a bit, but only because of TV shows and stuff, but it actually ever happening, I was the biggest non-believer.
It's not even zombies. Zombies, I feel
Ah.
like, would be, at least we'd have some level of understanding, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Shame they didn't make an apocalypse about weird plants that take over your body. Well, not like this, anyway.
We just never reached that depth of creativity, I guess.
No, social media came in and ruined it all, right? I'm glad that's gone. I don't think I could stand watching a TikTok reel of somebody talking about the infected. I'm sure there's some that exist out there, though.
Yeah, maybe right when it first started. I don't miss it either.
There's something strangely nice about connecting back with people properly.
Yeah.
What do we disagree on about the infected?
Ooh. Disagree on. What do we disagree on? I think I always suspected how bad it was. And at least then, you didn't want to believe that it could get this bad. Because you wanted to go, and I get that. But I don't think I know we didn't agree on the extent of how bad it would get.
Yeah. I thought there'd be more people out there. More good people out there. Maybe naively. There's people, some are good, some aren't so good, but I didn't think it would take so many people so quickly. I thought it was more chances, I guess, of finding places, there still being military bases, something.
I guess that's what films did us dirty on. You were right, I mean, I guess if you've got somewhere good, why let it go?
Where do I go from here?
You find a way to live with it, I guess. I wish I had a better answer for you. I mean, you gotta keep going.
Why?
People need you. That shouldn't be the only reason, but you've got a whole community here that rely on you. Even in this weird, fucked up wasteland of a world we now call home, there's still chances to live. I wasn't kidding. You don't know who's gonna come along, you don't know what's gonna happen. Hell, that could be a cure soon, who knows? I doubt it, but you never know. I want to know that you'll be okay. And not just when you say that you'll be okay and you're not okay. Really okay.
I told you that I don't know what the future looks like after this. How am I just supposed to keep going?
Because you're strong. You can laugh, you may not think it, but from between what happened to Mom, Dad being a jackass, finding this place, looking after me, looking after all of these people when I left, like everything you've had to go through since. You're stronger than you think you are. You can do this. Need to do this.
I'm tired. I'm so tired of being strong.
Then let people see. Let them help you. Let someone help you. We did something wrong to survive. Why did it feel right?
When we first left, it was tough for me to find any sense of stability. And when I found this place, that was great, but I was still barely scraping by, trying to pay for both of us. So we would frequently dine and dash. And it was always a very fun game of figuring out the places, like how long it had been since we'd been back. We had a regular sort of rotation of places we would go where the food was good but not too expensive that they'd be taking a massive loss. Diners up and down the highway. And it was fun.
It was fun. It felt like a game. You say, and my favourites were always the places where the owners were just horrible to their staff, and their staff just did not give a fuck. Probably were happy that we were there and doing it, to be honest. But it took me a little while to kind of realize, I think, properly, like, what was going on.
Yeah, I definitely made it a game for us. For you, mostly.
Yeah, I remember sort of saying about the game to a friend once, and they were like, "What are you talking about?" Because I thought everyone played it. They're probably quite jealous.
What is annoying about this store?
I think the most annoying thing about the door is just that it has to exist, that it has to be closed. We have to do it this way, can't get infected. But I do wish I could just see you. At least before the end, I don't know.
Me too.
Yeah, it's better this way though. I mean, you can't get this. It's fucking awful. You don't want it.
Okay.
Why do you blame yourself?
Why?
Yeah.
I think part of me always knew that you had to leave. And maybe if I hadn't pushed so hard against it, you wouldn't have been trying so hard to prove me wrong. Maybe it would have been safer out there. And then you wouldn't have ended up like this.
It's not your fault. I needed to leave for me. I needed to figure myself out, I guess. Oh, I don't think I've really done that though, so maybe that's a bit of a cop-out answer. But I needed to figure some stuff out for sure, and figured some bits. Not a lot though. But it's not your fault that this happened. It was just in with some stupid people who weren't doing some great stuff, and when I tried to stop them at one point, and they just, well, left me for dead, is putting it kindly, right? You know what it's like now when you have a open wound, it's practically game over.
If you hadn't been trying to prove yourself or something, I don't know. Maybe you would have been less reckless, more careful.
I mean, maybe, but the world's kind of against us all at this point. A lot of people are doing stuff, reckless stuff, to survive. It's not the same world that we knew before.
No. This is a card that I slide under the door.
Okay.
You smell food.
What have you made?
I didn't make it. Queenie next door made it.
What did she make?
Some sort of casserole, something. Even in the apocalypse, if somebody is sick, you make them a casserole.
Do you still have to, like, wash and return the dish? Is that still the etiquette now?
Actually, it's more so that because of the scarcity of things. So yeah, it's really important that you return the dish.
Even more so than before. God, what a time to be alive. But at least good.
Surprisingly so, but I feel like my taste buds have dulled. So much eating for survival.
What would you have if you could have anything right now?
I really, really miss fast food cheeseburgers.
I was gonna say exactly the same thing. Yeah. That would taste so good right now. Okay. We reached at the end of the third day, I believe. The infection makes me angrier. So.
Ooh. That is great for my next card.
Okay.
My next card, which is a slide under the door. You hear me leave for a while.
Okay. Think of it, yeah. Listening as you go. Waiting for you to come back, knowing that I can't do anything right now. That probably is the thing that makes me a little bit angrier. Who did we watch go through this change?
Ooh. Who did we watch? Yeah, I think I'm gonna a little bit change the thing that we were talking about before.
Yeah.
There was another kid in our building,
Mm.
Ames,
Yeah.
and he got infected just by playing a little too far out. And I don't know. I know you knew Ames because he was in our building, younger than you. And there was a relationship there. So I don't know if you watched it, but I was here when he got sick and his mom was obviously impacted.
Yeah. I wasn't back yet.
Mm-mm.
So shit that it happened to him. But maybe there's a blessing to it. Him not having to grow up in this world, I don't know. Not in this.
He was so young, it was awful to hear the way the coughs like racked his body.
Yeah, another feeling.
This is another pass under the door.
Okay.
You hear me pace.
What are you doing?
Nothing. I'm okay. I'm just moving, I guess. I don't know. I was getting antsy. Sitting.
No, you're not okay. You don't need to keep saying you are.
I have to be okay right now.
You can let people in.
And what good does that do me?
I don't know.
So I can watch more people die like this? More people I care about die like this?
You can't just keep pretending you're okay though when you're not. I know you've done it your whole life, but
For your sake, I am okay. The last thing I need, the last thing that would help me is to know that you are worrying about me too.
you know, I worry about you more when you just tell me you're okay when you're clearly not, right?
Old habits then.
Okay.
Which family member are we a little glad we don't have to see again?
I mean, we both know the answer to this is Dad.
Thank God for that. I think he is out there somewhere.
No, I'm almost positive he died.
I keep fluctuating between thinking that because of how much he can take care of himself, and also thinking that he is still going to outlive all of us just out of spite.
Maybe. But I don't know how much alcohol is floating around in the apocalypse, so...
That's true. A lot of people are using it for various things now. Molotov cocktails and all sorts, so...
Disinfectant.
Yeah, that's it. You can see the differences we've had experiencing the apocalypse. I think most of it's long gone by now.
Yeah.
Maybe he got sober.
Hmm.
That would be the biggest irony of the apocalypse.
It's how I know the world is truly ending.
Yeah. Maybe he's doing better for himself, who knows?
Selfishly, I hope he's doing horribly, but
Yeah.
it would be nice to have one less awful thing in the world. So maybe he's doing better, I don't know.
Yeah, that's there's a part of me that hopes he is, just because he's still our dad, right? But knowing him, at least as much as I have, he's long gone by now.
Who were the survivors that met us with cruelty?
I don't know for you. I don't know who you've seen since in the last couple of years, but I kind of said there's groups out there, they've formed, got weapons now. They go out there looting. I mean, looting's probably the least worst thing that they do, really, but killing people and getting that way. They don't really go any person, any age. Doesn't really mean anything to them. All they can think about is their own survival and nothing else. And look, I'm not... It's a different world, I get it. Everyone needs supplies, I guess, but... I didn't think people would be doing this. Killing people, killing children, just to get what they can to hoard for themselves. I mean, I knew there were bad people in the world, but I guess it just shows how far people will go if you can push them. But some of those people were particularly cruel.
How did you survive that? How did you make it back here?
Not very well. As cowardly as it sounds, after they'd attacked me, I just played dead.
It's not cowardly.
Fair. I mean, there was no one really there to protect, so, but, problem with those people is they're also especially stupid, so they don't, check anything. I don't really think they know how to check, really, to be perfectly honest, but they, yeah, they just left. I mean, if I could have kept my wounds covered at least, maybe I would have at least stopped the infection, but I don't know if that is even the reason. It could have been anything, interacting with anybody, how some of them could be infected and I never knew, like, they're that selfish they would keep it to themselves, but and I just got it out of sheer perseverance, I guess. Some of that strength definitely rubbed off on me.
I'm glad you came home.
Me too. I didn't want to be anywhere else. I don't want to be anywhere else. Okay. It is the end of another day. My infection is getting worse.
What food do you miss the most that I hate?
Do you remember when I went on a fitness kick not long before all of this happened?
Mm-hmm.
I started doing the old protein shake gig. I mean, I thought they were kind of disgusting at the beginning, but then you just get used to it, and then I started to enjoy it. But I remember you hated them. I don't know if it was more the taste or the fact that I made an atrocious mess everywhere after I made it, but I kind of miss it.
It was certainly a combination of the two.
Yeah, it's I mean, to be fair, definitely would have had to survive off some of that if I still had it. Would have been quite good in the apocalypse, actually. I'm sure there's stores out there with it still, but nice.
I never understood protein powder, even before the apocalypse.
Yeah, it's probably makes more sense in the apocalypse as opposed to out
Probably.
of it. Why we can't just eat meat and get on with it? Feels silly, really, but hey, gotta get those gains, right?
God.
This is when I would pass under the door normally. You start to smell blood.
Hey, kid, you okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm okay. Don't worry.
Don't worry.
I know that's impossible for you, but try.
Which dream of yours have you never shared with me?
I know you knew pretty instinctively after I was ill, but that you wanted to be a nurse. And it took me a long time to kind of figure out what I might want to do. Or what I would even try to do, whether I'd go to college or not, or what really. But there was always a part of me that wanted to go into like social work and stuff. I wanted to. I didn't want any other kids to go through what we had to go through, and I thought that if I could get into college and do it, that I would stop someone having to go through what you went through again. That I'd be able to help people find families and not have to become a parent too young.
You would have been good at that.
Yeah, I probably would have gotten better with the kids than the adults, but yeah.
Kids need that. I mean, kids need to feel like there's somebody that they can trust.
Yeah. It's the most important part, right? Knowing you're not alone.
Mm-hmm.
Who were the survivors that greeted us with kindness?
I mean, I think I mean it's before, but even after, it stayed the same. This building that we found. Everyone here has been so caring of us. And it took a while, I think, for me to feel like I could talk to people, to tell people anything about what was happening with us, but we did, and they helped.
They're good people. They've been really good to you more than me, only because I haven't been there, but they're really good people. I mean, hell, you got a casserole out of one of them, so probably more than one. That's probably just the one that I know about. But
Mm-hmm. There's a game we play to keep sane. How will I play it alone?
I think probably the only thing we ever took of our fathers was a deck of cards. Because that man liked to gamble. And it felt like a bit of a fuck you as we left, right?
Yeah.
But we'd play all sorts of card games, you know. Classics like Snap, but I don't know how you play them online. I guess you could take up solitaire. Or ask someone right here to play with you. Or burn them, that's also an option.
I mean, there's less time for games in the apocalypse anyway, so.
Yeah. That's doesn't quite feel right to sit and be playing poker when people are sick, right?
There's always something to do.
Yeah, I mean, you can't be bored, right?
Never bored.
I kind of miss being bored. Will you promise me to survive when I'm gone?
No. But I can promise that I'll try.
I'll take that. I can't bear the thought of... Selfishly, I guess, because you are having to bear the thought of it, but I can't bear the thought of you not being around.
I promise I'll try.
Okay. Thank you.
What story did our parents always tell us?
I mean, when they... I don't remember tons of them, just because I was so young, really. But when they were both happy, one got sick. I remember them. I mean, I remember there were all sorts of stories, and they kind of merge into one. But I think my favourites are all about knights going and fighting monsters and saving the world, right? Saving the kingdom, getting the prince or princess, whoever it may be, but going out there, being the hero, finding a way to stop these horrible things. I love those stories.
Do you remember the voice that Dad would do for?
Yeah. He's good at those, actually. Strangely.
One of his few talents.
Yeah. I mean, I should have been a voice actor, maybe, but I missed that when he fell apart. I miss those moments with him.
This is a card that I pass under the door. You can sense that I'm mad at you.
Oh. Play.
Hmm.
Are you okay?
Yeah, always.
I'm sorry.
For what?
For putting you through this. You've had enough in your life. You shouldn't have had to go through this too.
Yeah. You're right. I shouldn't.
Love the way the cards just ironically fall into the right place. I never apologize for something I did before the end. Will you forgive me anyway?
Cards tell a story. I don't think that I have it in me to stay mad at you. It's too much energy. And you were gone for so long. And I didn't know anything about what was happening with you or if you were okay. And so I had to find that forgiveness so that if I never heard from or saw you again, I would not just be holding on to all of that anger. I never knew how to stay angry at you.
Oh, no, you didn't. I think I knew you'd forgive me. I think that's why I was a jerk. For what it's worth, I am sorry. I never meant what I said. Not in that way. You're the closest thing I've ever had to a parent.
I'm sorry that that's true.
I'm not. I wouldn't have it any other way, apart from slightly easier for you, but you've given me the best life. Even in all of this.
We did the right thing despite the world around us. Why did it still feel wrong?
I think the right thing was always leaving home. We had to, we couldn't stay. All that would have happened is we'd get taken and probably split up. If we'd have stayed much longer, but it took me a long time to it still felt wrong leaving him a little bit. Though he's a jerk, though he's should have been the one with us and looking after us. Yes, I still always felt that there was a chance he could get better. On us leaving, I think, would have been the final nail in his self-destructive coffin. Not saying he deserves. I'm not saying it's any less than he deserves, just. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what would have happened if we stayed, but it's still, it never felt right to have to go. It was the only option, but
Yeah, I mean, 100%. It was, unless we couldn't have stayed. I mean, God, it was a mess before the apocalypse. Like we said. I mean, all that would have happened is that you'd have to have taken care of him too, more so than you were already doing. So, and he should have taken care of you. I'm sorry he didn't.
me too.
It's fine. Okay. I drew our final card, the Ace of Spades.
Oh,
So I did manage to write a small note, which I would pass under the door, but I'd say you probably heard me getting weaker and weaker through the conversation. I would pass the note through, then you probably hear a little bit of a slump against the door. So the note at the moment, or the note reads, Lele, I'm sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen, and I didn't mean to leave. Please find a way to carry on. You have people around you, and I know you like taking care of people, but you still need looking after too. Please live. And thank you for being my big sister. I'll always be your kid, Jake. And the final question is, do you open the door?
I think I start to. And then I see, please live. I read it. And I promised I'd try. So the second that I read that, I think if I hear what sounds like you've stopped breathing, I think I just lean my head against the door and I'll say, I love you. I'm sorry. And I'll walk away from the door.
God. And that brings us to the end of our show tonight, our duet. All feeling a little bit emotional, I think. But a huge thank you to you, Tay, for joining me tonight. Where can people find you online? Anything you want to promote?
Yes, I am on all socials except for Twitter at Taycro, Tayycro. You can also find me occasionally on Twitch, twitch.tv/it's Taycro. And I also have a podcast called TTRPG where I talk to some of my favorite actual play and TTRPG creators in the industry, just about the things that they're doing, and I yell at them about how much I love the thing that they're doing. So feel free to listen to that wherever you find podcasts. And yeah, that is me. Thank you so much for having me.
No, thank you so much for joining.
It's deeply emotional, Rob.
Know,
so much fun.
Welcome to the show for the first time. I'm gonna make you cry.
Thank you.
It's basically, this is how my show works.
I love getting an excuse to cry. So this is great for me. Thank you so much.
Strangely, all of my players are like being emotionally traumatized, which is good for me. Hey, but yeah, absolutely go and check Tay out and all the work they're talking about. There's some amazing stuff out there. You should absolutely go and watch. And thank you to everyone that watched along with us and watched us play this deeply sad little game. But if you enjoyed the
play
show,
with your friends.
Yeah, play with your friends. Please play with your friends. We would just
it's
say
so fun.
Yeah, we need to play it with everybody. It is fun.
I was crying, but I had the best time ever. Don't worry.
100%. But if you enjoyed it, please follow, like, share, all that great stuff. You can watch our previous Bardshots over on YouTube and Spotify if you've missed any, and keep an eye on our socials for what's coming next. You'll find us everywhere at NomadicBard93. Equally, except for Twitter. But you can join us later this month where we're playing What Haunts Us as our one-shot show, where the creator's coming as the GM, which will be great because then I get to be a player for a change. Although I got to play in this. And our next duet next month is going to be Godkiller. So stay tuned to find out who's going to be joining me for that one and the crazy story.
Hopefully it's me, because I really want to play that.
I'm sure we'll probably play it more than once anyway. But yeah, you're always welcome to come back. But yeah, keep an eye out on for dates and casting announcements. But until then, I've been Luke, your nomadic bard, and this has been Bardshot. So goodbye, everybody.